All right. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we'll be talking about impediments. That's the chapter 12 on the Living Spring book. So I'm going to start by reading the chapter. So laying aside every hindrance, let us run with perseverance the calling that is set before us. That's Paul from Hebrews. Whatever you may walk on earth, carrying the vessel of your faith to be poured out in good works, you will always find impediments in abundance, hindering your action. Today, it is failure in the initial attempts at progress. Tomorrow, it is the companion who fails. Afterward, it is the uncharitable persecution of your ideal. You will be afflicted by the bitterness of many lips that you hold in esteem. You will suffer from time to time the incomprehension of others. Periodically, you encounter 1,000 obstacles in the vanguard, inducing you to inertia or denial. The calling that is set before us, however, must unfold along the path of incessant good. What to do with the people and circumstances that compel us to delay and immobility? The apostle of the Gentiles answers categorically, laying aside every hindrance. To place difficulty aside, however, is not to despise others' opinions when they are respectable, nor to flee from ordinary struggle. It is to respect each individuality in their own position. It is to share the noblest angle of the good fight with our best collaboration for general improvement. And within, in the intimacy of the heart, to continue with Jesus today, tomorrow, and always, acting and serving, learning and loving, until the divine light shines in our consciousness as much as we are already unconsciously within it. So that's the text from Emmanuel. Let's dig deep into it. So he mentions that Earth, it's a school and testing ground. So we are here to better ourselves, to learn and to improve and progress. But there will sometimes we will find impediments or hurdles that will make our path a little bit harder. This is because our planet's a planet of expiation and tests. This is why we have so many hindrances in our paths. So we need to prove ourselves to ourselves that we can do it, that we have learned or that we are learning and improving. So faith without work is sterile. It's not going to make us any good just wishing and have faith. We have to do our part. We have to put in the work. We have to put in the effort. Yes, having the faith and wishing that things go well, it's an important part. But yeah, we have to put in the work so that we can reach our goals. It talks about the laws of trials and expiations. So it says failure in the initial attempts. That's to test our perseverance and humility. Then it talks about the companions who fails. This is to test the forgiveness and understanding that all spirits are different, are at a different evolutionary level. So we cannot put everybody in the same place. So everybody has their failings and their what they're good at. So yeah, we have to put this always into account. Uncharitable persecution. So the righteous often face opposition, either by ignorance of others or outright disdain. So whenever you're doing something good or on the right path, we find people that really don't care what we are doing or even act against our goals. So yeah, we have to always get that into consideration and find ways around it. And bitterness from steamed lips. So that's probably the most painful trial. So it's the trial when someone close to us work against us. So yeah, we have to test detachment from those person and unconditional love to accept what they think and how they proceed in life. It is, I would say, that sometimes what hurt most, because that's the person that you were expecting to help and support you, and in the end they can be the ones that try or resolve the most. And in comparison to of others, so remind us that spiritual advancement often creates distance from those still attached to materialism. So it's sort of the one that we had with the family or someone close to us. So the person that doesn't believe in the same thing, or that not say praise, but says the contrary of what we are trying to achieve. Yeah, that's a big hurdle for us. So it's an opportunity for moral advancement. So all those trials that we have to face. So that's something that we have to take into account. And yeah, be patient and obstinate. So the obstacles are not punishment, but opportunities for moral advancement. Kardec teaches that spirits choose incarnations with specific trials to correct imperfections, and develop virtues. So yeah, we have to understand that everybody's on their own path, but we are all together.
Sorry, Alex, was someone talking on the chat on the thing?
Nope.
No.
That's your computer saying that has a virus, or
Okay, then.
and just make sure. Yeah, no one's trying to go. Okay. So in the text it says, the calling that is set before us, however, must unfold along the path of incessant good. So that's the law of progress. So the important here is the word incessant, which is crucial, because the spiritual evolution is not optional or intermittent. It is the very purpose of existence. So that's something that we chase even without knowing. So that's something that we always look forward and have to work towards it. It says that what to do with people and circumstances that compels us to stop. That's the spiritual dilemma. So Paul's answers that laying aside every hindrance is interpreted not as abandonment, so we don't leave it aside, but as a proper prioritization. Is that a word? Prioritizing, yeah. So you have to prioritize what is important for you and what can be left as for later. So let's see. So yeah, our focus needs to be on the good that we are bringing to others, and not the squabbles that we have with each other, trying to see which one is doing the most good, or which one of us is doing better than the others. And always have the responsible free will. So not allowing external circumstances to determine our spiritual trajectory. So we exercising our free will responsibly, recognizing that we control only our own moral choices. We don't control anybody else's. We can give some advices maybe, and try to steer them in the right direction, but in the end, everyone has his own choices, moral choices to make. And we also can't control their behavior. And we have to understand that there are some delays that we often impose ourselves through attachment to material concerns or ego. Sometimes we sleep and attach ourselves to material things, and we can see that these are dragging us down or making us take longer to reach our goals. What's happening? Go. Yeah. So you also mentioned something that falls within the law of justice, love and charity. That manual provides crucial nuance, preventing misinterpretation. It says to place difficulty aside, it's not to despise others' opinions, nor flee from ordinary struggles. Demonstrating that, yeah, we will have fights and struggles, and that putting aside the difficulty that we don't need, it's not fleeing from it. It's just prioritizing what's good or what's right to do at the time. So all spirits are in the different evolutionary stages. We can't ask for people to do more from what they are capable of. So we can ask people to do miracles. Everyone's just capable of doing the best that they can do, and that's what we need to hope for with everyone, and yeah, try to steer them on those directions. We must practice indulgence towards others' imperfections, just as we wish indulgence is practice on ourselves. So it's very important to understand that, yeah, everybody has their own limits. And yeah, spiritual development. Each person's mission and capacity differs according to their spiritual development. As they said in the text, everyone here comes with different expectations and different missions. So we have to understand that not everybody's sharing the same mission that we are on. So yeah, that sometimes can create a little bit of conflict. But yeah, we have to understand and know how to differentiate that and prioritize our mission. So we always progress together, not in isolation. We can't do much if we are by ourselves on top of a mountain, like meditating. Yes, we can do a little bit of, let's say, a spiritual development, but the most of it we do surrounding ourselves with people and helping others, helping ourselves to reach that common goal. So each person. We progress together, not in isolation. We have to be, where is it? We have to be solidary with all spirits, because our duty is to contribute to general improvement, not just personal advancement. And the internal detachment, not allowing obstacles to derail our spiritual commitment. Yeah, it's very easy to get attached with some issues, or keep on thinking like week after week about something bad that happened to us and that prevented us from doing good, and that we forget that we need to just go through it, and then think on the next step. So yeah, we have to yes, learn from it and understand why that had that big impact on us, but yeah, we have to let it go and go forward in it. So the final paragraph shows that the compilation of spiritual practice in its ultimate goal. So Kardec, Emmanuel emphasized that true religion is internal transformation, not external ritual. This is where the real spiritual work occurs, in our thoughts, intentions, and motivations, not in what we show outside. It's on our internal transformation, because when we really transform inside, our actions will be as good as our inner intentions or inner spiritual advance. So Jesus is the model and guide for humanity's moral perfection. it's not a divine being to be worshipped, but an elder brother to be followed and set as our guide. And it says in the end as well, acting and serving, learning and loving. So these four verbs encapsulate the spiritist path. Acting, so putting knowledge into practice, faith demonstrated through works. Serving, exercising charity in its broadest sense. Learning, continuous intellectual and moral education. And loving, the supreme law, synthesis of all duty, loving all. And the spiritual enlightenment, so the gradual awakening to our true nature as immortal spirits. It references the progressive purification leading towards perfection. As we always say, we chase that to be one with God, to be as close to perfection as we can. Our path is very, very, very long, but yeah, we strive to get and to reach there. And yeah, we are already part of the divine light, but we lack the conscious awareness. This echoes the spiritual teachings that God's essence permeates all creation. We have to remember that God is in everything, in everyone, and in everything. So we have to always remember that everything that happens and everything that we see and perceive, God is in there. And our spiritual nature is eternal and fundamentally good. Sometimes we don't think so. We even some acts that we do, we keep on thinking like, did we really did that? Did I really made that move? Like that wasn't very good. But in the end, I think we are always better than we were yesterday and improving little by little. And yeah, evolution is about remembering and focusing on what we already are, essentially removing veils of ignorance and imperfection. So yeah, we have to have that goal, that to be one with God, and yeah, just always try to improve ourselves. And that's me. That was a quick one. Yeah. Anyone have anything would like to say?
No, I'm good, thank you. I think you spoke well about it. Impediments, it's part of the way. It's how we see them that makes a difference, like, and how we interpret it, like what they kind of will bring to us. Not saying this sometimes is easy, but yeah, it's part of the life. Any comments, Lulu?
Yeah, I find it interesting the bit about like what do you do with the people that seem to like hold us back. It's like how do you get around that without just like withdrawing from society, because that's what I tend to do. I tend to be like, what's happening, and back off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not always that we can just shut them down, depending on where you are or who they are. So yeah, you have to just be political, I would say, and try to get the good things and let the bad things go.
Yeah. I did appreciate the way you put it as prioritizing. That is a good strategy.
Yeah. Getting what's the important and all the time essence in front of everything else, and then yeah, you deal with the rest later on.
Yeah. And then like I also liked the concept of everything that we're experiencing in like this life is because it's something that we have to work on. So it's like the chance for us to like fix our flaws is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like once you know that, it's like a cheer squad going for you, because you're like, oh, okay, I face up to it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm supposed to do. I got this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it just why is everything like this happening to me? But yeah, in the end, you just have to wait. I need to learn something from this.
Something I need to learn from it. Yeah.
cool. So what is it? So as soon as we understand that and learn from it, we don't need to go through it anymore, or it's going to be easier to go through it when we have to do it again. Right.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. All right. I have present something else. I have a meditation.
Stop
for-
recording?
Yes, I need to stop recording. Thank you everyone that joined us. See you next Tuesday.